Hey, I'm so sorry for the delay. I just had a tough time getting in.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I know
No,
you're busy today, so
that's not an issue. I'm happy to be chatting with you. How are you?
likewise, great. So I see. Are you at home in Nashville in your office basement? Or are you in Alberta? Where are you today?
Yeah, I'm in Alberta. Yeah, after the tornadoes hit Nashville, we fled basically so that we could come on up to Canada and hang out here for like a week, and then we go back to Nashville. But then COVID-19 happened, so
Yep.
we're like, okay, we're here for the long haul. But I'm thrilled to be home in Canada.
Yep. Well, I see your background here. You've got some long shots, so I came prepared. I've got this nearby. It's
Nice.
it's my mom's favorite cheapish wine. So
Yeah,
reasonably pricey. Yeah, she really likes this one, and I know you do too. So we got that
I
nearby.
really do.
How's your eye doing today?
It's definitely way better. I got these eye drops, but these eye drops they're killer. Like you pop them in and it's big time pain. So my little girls help me out with them, which is great. That way I don't show that I'm in any type of discomfort because I don't want them to either feel bad or if they ever have to have eye drops that they feel bad about it.
Yeah,
So
oh, that's a good
I'm
way.
trying to be a tough dad.
Yeah, absolutely. So this year started off on a great high for you. You had your album release party for Now or Never,
Hmm.
and I want to also thank you for these.
And my pleasure.
That was a fun party.
Well, I'm glad. And you know what? You just add a little whiskey to any party and obviously somehow makes it all better, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. It was a lot of fun, and it's great to have that as a great memento. And you also received your award that night for Drink About Me going #1.
Yeah, it was an amazing honor.
So, that year, or at the beginning of the year, you thought it was going to be a great uphill, swing from there, kicking it off, great, all this momentum, and then we all got halted.
I know, it's so funny. At the end of 2019, I kept saying, look, guys, once we get to 2020, that's our year. This is our year. We're going to do it. And
Yep.
then a little thing called the coronavirus happened. And it's so interesting. There's a fridge magnet that so many people in my family or friends have. It's like, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And so for me, it's just a real test to find the silver lining in all of this and to roll with the punches and understand that there is so much that you cannot control, but what you can control is what goes on in your heart, what goes on in your household, what you can do to better your community or better your relationships. So yes, this isn't the year that we all thought it was going to be. Certainly not the year that I even wanted it to be, but I'm very thankful I've got this time with my family. There's a big silver lining here.
Absolutely, especially since you generally do have such a jam-packed schedule. It's a moment to pause and focus on something else that's of equally importance too.
Yeah, exactly.
And also too, you have adapted to this lifestyle, and you do have some exciting news. Do you want to share with it for those that missed it yesterday?
Absolutely. On Saturday, June the 13th, in my home province of Alberta, my home city of Edmonton, we are going to do the very first drive-in country music concert in our nation. What's exciting about this is that our presenting partner, Safeway and Sobeys Canada, what we are doing is we are able to let every single dollar from the $50 vehicle pass that we're selling on Ticketmaster, every dollar goes straight to food banks here in Alberta. So it's a drive-in concert. It's the most unique show I will ever put on, probably in my entire career.
Yeah.
And we're asking everybody to have a good time, stay safe, but we're bringing live music back.
Yeah, on one hand, I was surprised because I heard that they were testing this in the US. And on the other hand, I'm not surprised that you're the first person to do this here in Canada. If anyone was going to do it, it was going to be you. And I didn't know it could happen so soon. So pat on the back for you for that.
Well, I really appreciate you saying that. For us, one of the biggest things is that we feel very, very lucky that in our province of Alberta, I feel we've done a great job to flatten the curve. And also in speaking with not only our Premier, but Dr. Hinshaw, Alberta Health Services, as well as Health Canada on a federal level, we knew that there were going to be a bunch of hoops that we needed to jump through and a bunch of things that we needed to check off. Yeah. So that was priority number one. We didn't know if this concert would even be possible, but as we kept saying, this is what we intend to do, would this be allowed? And they kept saying yes or making adjustments. We knew that everything we put forward was first going to be safe. If we can make sure that safety is our number one priority, we know the entertainment side is going to be great. But we have to make sure that we follow every rule possible to keep everybody safe at this show, and especially during this era.
Absolutely. How will it work for band practice?
Okay, so again, we've got some rules that we need to follow there. Everybody does have to be isolated. Social distancing is a very important thing. So we will get together in the studio, but the good news is that everyone can have their own isolated booth. So everybody's going to be behind glass as we rehearse. What's interesting is that federal government and provincial government health services have asked us to do the exact same thing on stage. So my entire band will be behind plexiglass except for me. As the entertainer, I get to roam, but I cannot interact with any of my band members. So although that'll be hard, it'll be pretty unique.
Yeah, definitely. Have you been practicing kind of like keeping up with the guys and everything like online? Like, has that been effective at all?
You know what? It's certainly not the same. We're doing our very best. We posted just a couple days ago. We love the Eagles. So we got our 3-4 part harmony together. We did Life in the Fast Lane on this app called Acapella, but there's no room for error, and you can only do it in one shot, much like a live show. So when you're playing in the studio, you make a mistake, that's fine. Talk to your producer, say, hey, let me take it again. When you're playing live, you cannot do that. When you're playing on this Acapella app, you cannot do it. So at least that gives us a chance to keep our chops fresh.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, definitely a learning curve there. So I know you've been super, just because you have this little break, which is not really a break, you've been busy with these interviews and working on getting that concert set up and writing and, being a dad and husband, and you're still somebody's son, and you've got grandparents and siblings and friends, and you've got your hands in so many different variations, keeping it Kissel podcast and your Now or Never series. Like, you still manage to have time to create a TikTok account.
Yeah, well, TikTok is just fun. What's great about that is TikTok has no rhyme or reason as far as I'm concerned. Yes, there are things that'll go viral and trends that you should follow, but my Instagram has become so important to me as an opportunity to connect with my fans and let them know what's going on in family life as well as in music life. Twitter is very business oriented. You post about what you need to get out, and I kind of leave Twitter because there's a lot of negativity, I believe, on that social platform. Facebook is similar to Instagram in that way, but then you've got TikTok, and TikTok to me is all fun. If I literally just want to like play a bunch of chords and just go like whatever I want to do, you do it, put it up on TikTok. There's no rhyme or reason, and that's why I love the platform.
All positivity.
It is. It's just fun. You know, it's fun and comedy. My wife and I, we love it.
You've got this amazing skill called time management, and you seem to use it all well. Would you ever get the chance to like breathe? Like, what gets you through? Coffee, Red Bull, Do you go to bed early, get up early? What's your secret?
The secret is just don't sleep. That's the biggest thing. It's I'm very good at sleeping, so I'll still get my 5-6 hours, but I'll do it in different intervals. So as my brain keeps going like this, I feel that I love to work. I'm very passionate about it. Some people might see it as a negative, as a workaholic, but I also love my time with my family. So I feel like I'm given a gift. I have 24 hours in the day, and sleep is still very important, but my time with my music, and more importantly, my time with my family is so important to my existence as a human being that I love that I have 24 hours in the day, and I may as well milk it. I love doing conference calls with my manager at 10:30 at night. Why do I have to do it between 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Or why do I have to call my friends, during a certain hour? If they're up at midnight, give me a call. I'm very much that guy.
That's awesome. What's it been like working with your, 3 little ones at home?
There's challenges just based on noise, because they're living their best life. They're playing, they're singing upstairs, and all that separates me and them right now is just a ceiling and a floor. Mm-hmm. But that being said, it's been so joyful for me to be down here in the basement, be on an interview such as this, or be playing a little bit of guitar, and then just walk mere steps, go upstairs and get hugs, or get to eat, get to visit. And usually I have to get on an airplane, battle traffic, battle security and customs, and get home in a couple of days. I get to be home in 5 steps. I'm very blessed.
Yeah, that's an awesome way to look at it. I want to switch it up here a little bit. You're friends with Kaitlyn Bristowe. She was on a
Yes.
music video. She just released, If I'm Being Honest. Did a great cover of that. I think it'd be so cool if you had her like on tour with you. That'd be ideal. It
It's
seems
so
like
funny.
Bachelor Nation and country music seem to have coincided. Like Jillian and Aaron and like so many.
Oh, absolutely. I feel very, very blessed to have that friendship in our lives. And I know I can speak for Cecilia. We love Jason and we love Kaitlyn. We love their 2 dogs. We love Ramen and Pino, and they love our 3 kids and our wiener dog, Charlie. And they've quickly become amazing, amazing friends over the last couple of years. With that being said, when she took on this new venture as an artist, and she's always been a singer and always been someone who dabbled in songwriting, but she finally took the plunge. I'm so happy for her. I think she should be very proud of herself. And I believe it's a great song. And if you're saying we should tour together, I'm just going to let you know, I completely agree. We should do something like that.
Yes, absolutely. How did you guys become friends? Like, how did you meet?
You know, Kaitlyn and I have known of each other for a long time because we're both from Edmonton.
Right.
So she lived in Leduc, Alberta. She knew a bunch of the guys that played on the Edmonton Oilers. And of course, I know the players as well. And so we've always known of each other. And then she was in Nashville and living there just after, you know, she was on the Bachelorette. And I was on her podcast. And so the minute I was on her podcast, we instantly clicked because that podcast is supposed to be in like 45 minutes. We ended up talking for 2 hours, and she didn't want to edit anything out because it was just so fun. So when you spend 2 hours face to face with somebody, you really get to know them. And we felt like we knew each other for a long, long time. Then you include Cecilia into the picture and Jason into the picture, and the 4 of us just became fast friends. And the music video was amazing. We've done promo together in LA and New York and Nashville. We're very, very lucky to have them in our lives.
Cool. That's awesome. So I've got to let you go soon, but very briefly, you've got something else exciting coming up next week, and that is a big birthday.
Yes. It's a big 3-0.
Yeah. What are your plans for that?
To be honest, as far as music is concerned, as far as any type of, like, I don't know, promoting anything, like nothing, you know, it's a wonderful day. I'm going to spend that time with my family. I think I'm going to take a break from social media probably for the day and maybe give my password to a couple friends and say, hey, post for me and, you know, don't razz me too hard. But Cecilia has lined up for me to head out with some friends. She and I and our kids, we're going to go to a lake house in Vernon, friend's lake house out there. And we're just going to kind of seek a little bit of refuge and solace out there. We're going to do a whole lot of nothing in a wonderful location. I'm going to be surrounded by my 3 kids and my beautiful wife and our wiener dog. And we are going to love every minute of our time out on the lake in BC.
Sounds great. I feel like this year, so many people are turning 30. Like Mackenzie Porter just turned 30.
Yeah.
Jeff Moskaluk. I know Maren Morris and Thomas Rhett. And you and me and Lindsay from BX93 in London. She already turned 30. So 1990 strong.
Absolutely. Yeah, the kids of the 90s, 100%. Yeah. What a great decade. 30 is our year. And, you know, I love being 30 and about to turn 30 because 30 is so young. It is so young. Like we've got the rest of our lives. At the same time, 30 is the first time I feel it's an established number where people will care. And I'm 30. You should care about my opinion. You know, I didn't get a lot of that in my 20s. Yeah. And I had to fight for that. Now I'm 30. I think it's just going to happen. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep that in my mind for December when I'm like maybe having a little bit of a freak out moment. Keep that mentality for myself. And then hopefully, you know, 30 will be awesome. So do you remember that lyric in Strawberry Wine? Well, I still remember 30 was old. When I was a kid and that song came out like 1995 or 96, maybe 97. So you and I were 6 or 7, and the song comes out and I'm like, oh my God, 30 is old. And I'm thinking, no way, little Brett. 30 is the most amazing age for us to turn. So happy early birthday, and let's celebrate together in December, okay? Okay, sounds good. Happy early birthday. Have fun on that concert. Tell everybody where they can get some information on that before you head out. Very simple. drivein.brettkissel.com is the site that we've got. And Safeway Canada, Sobeys Canada, myself, we're putting on this concert for a great cause, Alberta Food Banks. It's going to be one of a kind, and we can't wait to see everybody in June.
Alrighty. Have a good one.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.